show you all the cool things that I have collected for this show. I am a I'm a lady of many interests and vibes. I do witchy shows. I do oddity shows, which I have an oddity show this evening. But this is my postponed makeup show that I was going to do yesterday. So, anyways, I have a ton of things listed in the buy it now section. I also have a bunch of stuff that I will have up for auction. Many of my buy it now or bin items are on flash sales, are for flash sales on flash sale. Anyway, so I encourage you to check out that section and let me know if you want me to run anything. Otherwise, I will just pick things at random. And I am really excited to do the random pulls for the kitchen items. I have a lot. I have some Depression era glass. I have a lot of vintage Pyrex. I have some vintage slash antique ceramic ware, as well as teacups and some essential oil rollers, some incense. I have a little bit of everything. When I thought of putting the show together, I'm like, I want something cottagecore, but what does that mean? Cottagecore could be lots of things. And so I was like, I'm thinking of like gnomish hangout stuff. Anyways, so again, my name is Tabby, and I am excited to share my stuff with you. So, first up, in my kitchen random pulls, I'm going to pin that item and just kind of show you what I got. So let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Hang on a sec. Yeah, so, okay, so my $5 random pull. The first up is this set of dishes. It is you get the whole set, and this is by Estate. They hand painted stoneware. It's made in Japan. The collection is called Hearthside, and it is a 5-piece set. So you get one of the mugs, and then three of these like little like cup plates, to put your cup on, and then this is like a dessert size plate. So I'm gonna run this again. This is Estate stoneware, the Hearthside pattern, and this is gonna be it's a set slash bundle, and yeah, so I can show you the individual pieces, and here, and you can see the maker mark on the bottom. Maker mark, boom, and you can see it's the Hearthside. And these are the matching like teacup plates. And then there is one plate here. You can see it's all the Estate. And yeah, and they're all in excellent condition. There are no chipping, no chips, no cracks. There we go. And I did not look up the production year for this, but I assume that if you are in this show, you are a vintage slash antique maven and either know of this brand and design, or just like it because it's a whole vibe, right? This just gives me like gnomish kitchen vibes, right? I love earthenware. So I'm going to start this auction at $5. And like I said, it is a 5-piece set. So really, it's like a buck an item, and you get the whole bundle, right? So you get the mug, which, like I said, is the Estate brand. And I love this like chocolate brown and caramel brown on the like natural um, colored stoneware. It's not white. It's sort of like I don't know, beige. Is beige? Yes. So anyway, we're in the red. So if you are interested in this 5-piece set, yeah. Well, that is just my first $5 kitchen pull. And so if you are interested in this set in the future, just drop me some comments and I will gladly run it again. Otherwise, I am going to pick a random bin item and run a flash sale on it. So this is an item I recently acquired, my pumpkin pie pan. And so here you go. That's what it looks like. And it is a lid and the pie base. And this I'm going to run a flash sale of $12. Here we go. And so you can see the lid. It does have, let me see where it had a little chip in it. Yeah, there's a little chip right there. But this pan is really cool because it has the pumpkin pie recipe on the inside. So I love this pie pan because it has so much character, and it is from it says LTD Commodities Inc. 1990. So, and the pie plate itself is in excellent condition. There's no chips. The words are all super legible. And yeah, so if you are in love with this pie pan, like I am, I love, like I said, I love kitschy stuff like this. It, like I said, does come with this cool lid. And look at the handle of the lid. It is this cute little swirly stem, like pumpkin stem. So yeah, hey, folks popping in. Yeah, just I have a cool little givey today too. So once it's a follower givey, so once we get close to 10 folks in the room, I will start that givey. Yeah. Otherwise, like I said, check my bin out. I have a ton of items in the bin that are um on flash sale today. So if there is a flash sale that you would like me to run, please, check stuff out and let me know. I also have a bunch of earrings listed in there that I made. So some of the items are vintage and antiques. Some of them are handmade goods that I produced because I love to create witchy cottage core stuff. So yeah. Um, but like I said, this pie plate is available today for $12. So let me know if you want me to run it. Again, it's in the bin if you want to see more details about it. So, next up, how about we do some dollar pulls? Are you folks interested in doing some dollar pulls? Because, yes. Okay, so my dollar pulls today are actually going to be on, are going to be some incense. So I thought we could start there because I have a really cool incense burner that I have. It's made of ruby zoisite, and yeah. Let me. So you see the little incense stick fits in there, and I do have this as an auction item. So if you want me to run the auction on that, that's what this looks like. But otherwise, my dollar pulls are going to be some incense, and it'll be sort of a winner's choice as to what you would like. Incense. If I could spell incense. There we go. Okay, start auction. So, like I said, I have 5 of them. And so these are my incense dollar pulls. I have dragon's blood. I have 2 dragon's blood available. That is that. And then I have Galaxy, which is a really nice scent. Oh geez. I have one for attracting money. So if you would like to burn incense to attract money, I have one of those. And then I have frankincense, which everyone knows what frankincense is. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that, these are available. Geez. Next up in the dollar pull area, I have some essential oils. So these are rollers. They're roll-on, and I have 3 different scents. One of them is for love, which you can see here. And then one is for wisdom. And this one is hard to read because it's yellow, but it says refresh. So again, this will be winner's choice. And here we go. Start auction. And so the love one, the one for drawing love, is rose and ylang ylang. And again, these are roll-on essential oils. Let me start that auction. There we go. So these are roll-on. So it's perfect little like natural perfume to go. And like I said, this is for drawing love. And then the wisdom one is jasmine and sandalwood. So if you are into that scent, and then the refresh is a lime, lemon, citrus smell. So if any of these little like um, roller scents intrigue you, they are available and they are part of the dollar pulls today. So something else that I wanted to do was offer bundling like teacup. I have a bunch of vintage teacups, and I do have all my teacups listed in the bin. Well, I have most of them in the bin. Cup. There we go. Cup. So I have a bunch of larger teacup designs available. And I thought it'd be cool to offer them as a bundle for folks who are maybe candle makers and like to make teacup candles. Or if you are someone like me who just really enjoys a pretty cup in the morning when I have my coffee or tea. Um, yeah. So here is the Parisian one. And let me get that pinned. P-R-I. Pin item. And again, this is on flash sale today. So it has the 22 karat gold like filigree pattern on the outside. And then the inside has that beautiful floral pattern. And so again, this is available individually as a bin item, but I also have teacups that I would like to bundle. So I have two of these, and these are the Tropicana footed teacup by Celebrity Fine China. And that's this. And so this has the silver bamboo pattern, which is very indicative of this design, and it has a silver rim. And then you can see the maker's mark on the bottom. Oops, there's the maker's mark. Yeah. So if you would, again, like me to bundle teacups, let me see, Tropicana. There we go, pin item. So I will pin that. Okay, and like I said, I have two of these, and I would gladly sell them as a set. Right now, I have them listed individually at $375. But if you are interested in the Tropicana teacup set, I would gladly run these. We'll see. So that's 3, 6, 7. I do these for $5, so I would do 2 for $5. Otherwise, it would be like 1 for $375. So if you are interested in the Tropicana teacups, know that I would gladly bundle them for you. And yeah, and like I said, this would be great for candle makers if you like to upcycle cute little dishes like this into candles to give as gifts. Otherwise, like I said, they're great for teacups. These would, if you're more on the witchy lean, like I am, this would also be a great cup to do tasseomancy, which is tea leaf reading. The important thing about picking a good teacup for tasseomancy is to have a nice sloped side, so the tea leaves, naturally funnel and create a shape in the bottom for you to read. So if you're looking for a good tasseomancy cup, I recommend this shape. Yeah. So I have that. And then I also have, this is Blue Garland by Johann Haveland. It is from Bavaria, Germany. And this is certainly an antique cup. This cup is also in excellent condition. It just has one little call out. It has a tiny little chip right here on the foot, but it is barely noticeable. And this still has a ton of character. So yeah. If you are, again, interested in bundling teacups, I do have, how many do I have available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess, well, technically 4 are teacups, and then I have 3 that are more like mug style. So, but I would gladly mix them all together if that is what you desire. Yeah, so I love the delicate blue and white pattern. I know blue and white is like super popular in ceramics, and yeah, look at these delicate little roses. I love them, and I love the footed shape, how it's sort of like has like a fluting and the little like, I don't know, it kind of looks like an ear. Like the handle has like a little ear shape to me. So, anyways, teacups. Many, many teacups. Um, I have a ton of vintage in my auction. I'm going to do some random pulls. And one of those random pulls, um, is going to be a $10 pull. So I have my Depression era glass. I have one Depression era glass pan, and it is from Fire King pin item. And so I spent a lot of time researching it, and it's this pie plate, and you can see it. It does say Fire King here at the top. Let's see if I can get that in camera. Right here it says Fire King. And Fire King, I think, was later obtained by the Corningware Company. And so, yeah, this pattern, this plate was created here. Let me get my little tag here. So this is the sapphire blue Philby design, Philbe, and it was created between 1937 and 1938. And so, yeah, this Depression era pie plate is going to go as my first $10 random pull. And I will start that auction now. So if you are interested in this, like I said, this is a Fire King and it's in excellent condition, for something that's like 90 years old, right? And for 10 bucks, I mean, honestly. And this would be perfect even if you're like not into making pies, right? If you're like, I'm not a pie maker, that's fine. I think these kinds of plates would be perfect for like little, I use these a lot for serving trays. I also use these as part of my battering station. So if I'm going to like do an egg and flour dip, these make really great dipping plates for the flour and stuff. So anyways, um, if you are interested in this Fire King plate, just let me know. And I have this available. And I'm going to tuck it back here with my stuff. All right. So next up, I'm going to do a $5 kitchen pull. And again, if you folks check out the bin and if there are items you would like to bundle, please let me know. I am willing to bundle the things that I have with me today. So yeah, like I said, I'm doing a $5 kitchen pole, and it's actually these three. It's a 3-piece set, and they are wood looking. They look like wood, but it's ceramic, and they are flip top canisters. I'll be right back. Gotta grab them off my table. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so here they are. And yeah, so I have these 3 canisters. They are flip top. Oh my goodness. They are flip top jars, so they have like this, like that. Did that little clamp, and then there you go. And they are ceramic, as you can see, and they all come with little wood spoons that sit in this little like side handle thingy. So if you are interested in this canister set, it is going up for auction right now. And so it comes in like a small, this is the small, and then I have a medium, and then there's a large. And so if you're looking for a canister set and you like this like wood look, wood color, this is available. And they all, like I said, have these little wood spoons with them. And this brand, it has a brand. Let me see. It is Home Trends. So any butter mold. I do not have butter molds. I have, like I said, I have canisters, I have teacups, I have a dishware set, I have knickknacks and trinkets and things like that. That is what I'm bringing to the party. Okay. So, and again, I encourage y'all to check the bin for the items. I do have some handmade items, and I think I'm going to run those next. Actually, does anyone have interest in, do you have any teapots? Ooh, I do not have teapots. I have teacups today. But I am acquiring some teapots because I too love me some teapots. Well, actually, that's not true. I do have teapots. Let me be right back. Okay. So, Diane, this is my first teapot. I forgot I had these. So, this is the little guy. And so, it is a kitty wearing a little witch hat. And then it's sitting in a jack o' lantern. And you can see it is in excellent condition. Are you interested in bidding on this, Diane? I would do this as a $5 start. Is this the kind of teapot you're interested in? I don't know. Diane got real quiet. But I also have this teapot. So if folks would like teapots, I have this little like scully one. No, I love old ones. Oh, okay. No, these are certainly more modern. And I love Halloween and I love fall. So a lot of the things that I collect are in that realm. So, but yeah, if anyone else is looking for some Halloween themed teapots, just let me know because I do have those little guys, and they would hold probably like 1 to 1.5 cups of liquid. Otherwise, they are fun just to display. So, next up, I'm going to show this. So this is a vintage quiche pan, and I do have this in my bin. Let's see here. So this is the Christine Home pink rose porcelain quiche pan. And I love the flowers on here. I mean, honestly, it is just such a gorgeous pattern. And I'm running this as a flash sale today. So if you are interested in this gorgeous quiche pan, it is available right now. And it's, like I said, excellent condition. There's no chips. There's no visible cracking, and you can see the maker mark on the bottom right there. So yeah, if you're interested, we're in the red right now for this vintage pink rose porcelain quiche pan. And, you don't have to use it for quiche. I think pans like this would also be great for just like, having on the counter to like keep little things in. I think it'd be cute to even create like a little fairy garden in here. I mean, how adorable would that be? If you left like some of the rose pattern visible and then like put some little moss in here, maybe with a little hut and a little gnome. I mean, honestly, I always like to look at these antiques and go, how else could these live other than for what they were intended? And with it being ceramic, I mean, you could use it to like burn candles in. I mean, if you think about it, you could put like some beautiful like pillar candles in here. I mean, how adorable would that be? So, and it would give it a new life instead of it just like sitting on a shelf at some secondhand store, not having a purpose. So, yeah. And when you adopt secondhand things, you keep them out of the landfill, which is important because our planet is already full of so much of our junk. So, anyway, this is available for flash sale, and if folks are interested, I can certainly run this again. So just check my bin and you know, see if there's anything in there you're interested in. I also am interested in bundling. So if you would like to create a bundle with anything you see either on the table behind me or in my bin, please let me know. Or the auction area, because like I do have a bunch of stuff listed in the auction area. They're just not any copper pots or pans. No, I do not have copper pots or pans. Most of my stuff is porcelain or ceramic. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, next up, I am going to show these adorable. Okay, so this is a set of four, and they are these beautiful bowls. And they were produced in the 1970s in Liling, China. And that region of China is very famous for their like porcelain potter, like ceramics and porcelain making. I think it's porcelain. Yes, porcelain. So they've been making porcelain there for like literally hundreds of years. And I did a bunch of research on the maker mark because each batch has a very specific maker mark design. And my research turned up that these are from the 70s. So if you would love this beautiful, these are floral basket design. Let's see here if I'm getting it in front of the camera. There we go. So you can see the beautiful floral basket design, and it is a set of four, like I said. And so, yeah, and there's no chips. There's a little wear in the like gold paint rim from being previously loved. But yeah, let's run that flash sale and see who loves this. Yeah. And so this would be, I think these were probably rice bowls, considering the size and the region in which they were made. But I mean, honestly, these are like the perfect small dishes for whatever. I mean, they could be for desserts, it could just be for, everyday use. I tend to use really small bowls in my everyday life because I think some of the more modern bowls are too large. But yeah, so yeah, if you are interested in these in the future, they are in the bin and I would be glad to run them for you. So let me just put my little tag in there. Okay, so next up, how about we run some cute art? So this is made with reclaimed wood from a barn, and it has this mushroom crescent moon vibe, which I love. And yeah, it's handmade. So I love this pattern and I love creating. So, how about we try to find a home for her? Product and pin item. And then let's run that flash sale right now. Okay, so normally I would have this marked at 16, but today I'm letting go for 12. And part of that is I'm trying to make room for new projects because I do a lot of art as part of just my life, my existence. And yeah, so finding homes for my art is always a big thing. And then the back of it has a little toothy hanger. So it'd be easy just to put just about anywhere. It's about 12 inches long by maybe 6 inches wide. So relatively small piece, but still really cool. And I love the original paint from the barn that's on here. Yeah. So anyway, if you're interested, just check out the items in the bin, and I would gladly run this piece for you again. So next up, I have this adorable little Precious Moments pumpkin figure. There we go. And we're going to pin him. And so I have him running today as a flash sale for folks who are interested. I don't typically get into Precious Moments items, but I saw this guy and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to take you home. And so this one is from 2018. And still excellent condition. There's no chips, there's no cracks. This is resin, right? And it's got beautiful color. And then on the bottom, it says, "You're the best friend I ever made." How adorable is that? And I love his little leaf ears. I mean, how could you not love that? So let's start a little flash sale and see who this pumpkin guy goes home to. Look at this sweetheart. I just adore him so much. So yeah. All right, we are in the red, folks. We have about 10 seconds left, so get in your bids for this sweet little precious moments guy. And yeah, here is the maker mark on the bottom. There you go. Okay. Well, he is available in the bin if you are interested in him. So yeah. Here we go. Forgot where I had him for a second. Okay. Folks, are you into home and garden? I have some vintage home and garden like wall decor that I included in this sale, and you can kind of see it. Well, no, you can't see it. My camera, what I see in my camera and what I see in Whatnot are different images because Whatnot really trims it down. Okay. All right, so these are vintage home and garden wall decor, and I'm selling them as a set. And it's like tin, I think. It's certainly metal. And you can see it has little butterflies and like flowers, and the flowers are glittery. How cute is that? And they hang with a little loop on the back. And this is the other one. And as you can see, when you hang them, um, they go together. If you hold them close enough, it could be one big piece. But anyway, like I said, this is home and garden, and it's from like the 90s. So if you are a fan of either vintage home and garden or are just really into like cute butterfly things, I will do this as a random pull. Well, I have for my kitchen random pulls, but I'll just do it as a $5 random pull. Bloop. And let's see here if I can pull this over. Nope. Let's do, hang in here, trying to, 30 seconds. Oh, I see. That's where, I don't know. That's fine. I'll just start my auction now. Okay. So I'm going to let this run. Like I said, it is a set, and it is butterflies with like little glittery flowers, and it is a set. They both hang with like little loopies that you can see on the back. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Yeah, so if you're interested in this, they are running right now. And like I said, this is from Home and Garden, circa the 90s. And yeah. Okay. Well, they are available if you are interested later. Okay. I think I'm just messing it up. Trying to hang them. Okay. Also in the home and garden decor. There we go. Oh, that's so much easier. Okay. So also in the home and garden decor, I have these candle sconces, and it's like these little pink heart clusters, and it's got like a swirl, and you can see it holds. This one has 2 candle sconces, and again, these are metal with glass candle holders. And then this one only has 1, and then goes down in the vine. And so this is a set of 2. See if I can get it in the camera. There we go. So I'm going to run this as a auction item for $5. And so if you would like these like heart vine home and garden decor pieces. They are running right now. Okay. We have about 10 seconds left. And again, these are like little tin pieces, and I love how it has like two little hearts. It's very cute. So, anyways. Okay. Um so part of what I do is make earrings. And so these are some little mushy earrings that I make, and I have these in the bin. There we go. These are made of hypoallergenic metal, and I very carefully created this sort of like swirly vine, and then I beaded it. And so this is made with metal that it has little glass beads on it, and then yeah, it's a funky little thing. And these are hook earrings. You can see on the back that they are hooks, and they come with little rubber stoppers. And so, yeah, I am going to run these. Oh, 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 oh. Cancel. Oh, why is it an auction item? I am so confused. I guess I'll run it as a flash sale. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to run these as a flash sale for $14.40. Otherwise, I would normally sell these for $16. And they are certainly worth it. Like I said, it's hypoallergenic metal, and it's got all the cute like cottagecore vibes, right? And these cute little orange mushies are blown glass. And then they are the hook style dangles with little rubber stoppers. So if you are interested in having these, yeah, just pop, slide those, slide your bid, slide your little bid button. So yeah. This is what I'm showing right now for folks just popping in. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at it anyways. I also created these adorable little blue ceramic heart earrings with a pink cat eye and blue mermaid bead. That's what these are called. And then in the center, I don't know if you can tell, but let's see. There's a tiny little silver rose bead in the middle of the heart. Isn't that just so adorable? So yeah, these earrings are gonna go up for sale. Let's see here. Yep, and they all are hypoallergenic, and I'll run a little flash sale on these. And I just made these within the last couple of days because I was feeling really inspired. And it's just in time for Valentine's too, which I can't believe is seriously right around the corner. But yeah, if you would like these sweetheart little dangle earrings, like I said, they are hypoallergenic. And yeah, and I make these all by hand. I hand bend all the metal. And yeah, I just like to create pretty things. And these felt really cottagecore-ish to me, which is why I included them today in the sale. So if you have a whimsical person that enjoys cool handmade jewelry, this is your chance to snag this. So yeah. Okay. Well, I guess thanks for taking a look at it anyways. All right. Next up, how about we do a ruby zoisite incense burner / holder. So this is made of solid ruby zoisite stone, and you can really tell the like ruby inclusions on the front where it looks very like what is that, fuchsia colored? Yeah. So how about that's in the auction tab. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so this has a $3 starting bid. So if you'd like this beautiful stone incense holder, and I'll show you, I actually I grabbed an incense stick so you can see if it's right there, like that. And I do have a bunch of incense available too for $1 each. If you are interested, they are packs of 20. But right now we're looking at this guy. So if you're interested in this little incense holder, make sure you're swiping and bidding. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look anyways. So, all right. Next up, I have this funky little iris vase. It's not little, it's actually quite large. This is probably 16 inches tall. And so if you are an iris fan, and I love irises, I actually grow them. I would do this as a $3 random pull. So let me see if I can. Okay, I'm going to have to create a $3 random pull. Go. Shift. And again, folks, popping in, make sure you're checking the bin. I have a bunch of stuff listed and I am interested in bundling. So we can create a bundle together. And I would love to do that for you and give you a good deal. Okay. I just uploaded that. So let's and this is 1 to 2 pounds. All right, and like I said, the $3 random pull. $3 random pull is right here. There we go. Pin item. All right, and so we're going to start this auction for this adorable iris vase. So it is sort of this almost like robin's egg blue with it's ceramic, right? So this is like pottery, right? And it's still got gorgeous color. I love that the glazing of the irises is sort of raised, so it has this really cool texture against the white, sort of cream natural color of the clay. And yeah, and then there's the inside, right? So it's excellent. It's got beautiful coloring. It's not chipped. It doesn't have any maker's marks. So I'm not sure who made it, but I know it's clay because it has that telltale, see the little 3 prick marks? That's where the pottery sits on their kiln, a little kiln stand, when they're fired. And so that leaves these little pokey depressions. So I work with clay as well, so I'm kind of familiar with the process. So yeah, that is what I know for that. Hey, folks popping in, please check the bin. I do have a ton of stuff loaded, and I am willing to make a deal. So please peruse my items. Most of what I have is porcelain or ceramic. I do have some items like essential oil rollers and incense because I thought that'd be fun just to throw in with that cottage core vibe. Because who doesn't like pretty things to smell? I also have some handmade art and some handmade earrings. So, yeah, just really a whole kind of cool kitsch collection for the show today. Also, if you're looking for anything specific, please drop it in the chat. And if I don't have it, I will make sure to keep an eye out for it because I love to go thrifting and I love to go antiquing. And yeah, and so I'd like to know what to keep an eye on. So far, I've been asked for in like vintage teapots, which I have an eye on a couple of them that I think I might go back and get. But otherwise, I do have a couple small teapots that are more modern, but they are Halloween themed. So if you're a spooky bitch like me, I would love to share with you my more fall/Halloween vibe things, even though it's not technically cottagecore, I can kind of do what I want. So, and you kind of cast a wide net and hope that folks are vibing with something you have. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but yeah, otherwise the chat's been pretty quiet today, and I'm curious where folks are popping in from. Because I don't know, I'm here in central Wisconsin. I live right by the Mississippi River, near a town called La Crosse, and yeah, so I am curious where folks are from that are joining my whatnot show. And yeah, like I said, make sure you're checking the bin. And if you want to make a deal, I would love to make a deal with you. Hmm. I would like to show, I do have so I should do a little research here while I am, like, I'm seeing a bunch of people pop in. So I have this estate hearthside set. It is a set of 5. It is 1 mug, 3 like little like coffee mug type plates. Here, let me show you. It's like a coffee mug type plate, and then this is like a nice little I don't know, just not a large dinner plate. I guess I don't know. I call it a snack plate. It's a snack plate. But anyways, this would be perfect for someone who's just like gonna be getting out on their own, and there's just one of them, and why have a huge dish set if you don't need it? So I'm gonna do this as a $3 random pull and just kind of see if y'all vibe with it. There we go. All right. So like I said, this is the Hearthfire Estate brand, and it looks like it's stoneware hand painted in Japan. And I love this sort of vintage, like chocolate and caramel kind of rings with the natural color pottery. Um, I really love that. I love pottery. Like that's really what you're gonna find with me is stuff that's like pottery, ceramic, porcelain, all those words because they make me happy. And I love connecting with with those elements. So I also like wood, and I do like brass and metal. So I will occasionally grab those things too. So, all right. Um, how are folks feeling? Would you like to see some handmade items? I do have a bunch of stuff in the bin, and I am here to make a deal. So if there is something that you would like to see, please let me know, and I would gladly um, run the items in the bin. I would also entertain offers if they are reasonable. I have done a ton of research on the items that I am offering, and I know what their value is. And I don't want to be a lowballed. I don't want to be taken advantage of, but I also want things to find homes. So, goodness. So, yep, I have a bunch of stuff listed in the bin. Please check it out. And I'm willing to make deals today. So if you'd like to bundle things that you see, please let me know. I yeah, I have a bunch of different items. I have a lot of ceramics, a lot of vintage and antique things. I have a depression glass pie plate. I have some other like Pyrex. So if you're a Pyrex fan, I do have some vintage Pyrex that is from like the 70s. And so it is made with the borosilicate glass instead of the soda lime glass that more modern Pyrex is made from. And yeah, so I've done a bunch of research on the different. I'm learning about Pyrex. I've always loved Pyrex, and I know that there's a big like love for vintage Pyrex. So I'm just sort of wading into that. Yeah, and kind of starting my collection slash inventory. So if you're interested in that, please let me know in the chat. I can certainly show you what I have, just as a point of curiosity. And so these are going to be like $5 random pulls. The first one, oh geez, is this is the cranberry. And let me see, this is from the 1970s. It has the maker mark. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom here. Oh, there it is. Oh, glass is so hard. There we go. You can kind of see it. There we go. Pyrex right there. And it's 24 centimeters. It's in the large block text, which I learned means that it is the borosilicate glass. That's kind of one of the indicators according to all of the Pyrex info I found. Yeah, so this one is cranberry, and then I have this one, which is called Autumn Harvest. And this is also in the borosilicate glass from Pyrex. You can see the maker mark here on the bottom. It is the large block text. And both of these have the number 229 if they are 24 centimeters. Yeah, so if you're interested in these pie plates, these will be my $5 random pulls. And so the first one we'll do is Autumn Harvest. So if you're interested in the Autumn Harvest Pyrex pie plate from 1970, I do have this available. It is like an amber colored glass. And this is the borosilicate glass, the vintage one. So yeah, well, 1970s. I I have an aunt that was born in 1970, and I have friends that are from the 70s, and so thinking of a pie pan as vintage is just like, oh, my friends are vintage, but I'm also quickly becoming vintage because I was born in the 80s. So, what do you do? What do you do? Okay. Put those down for now. Okay, so yeah, I have a bunch of stuff in the bin and I am looking to make a deal. So if you see anything you like, please let me know and we can create a bundle together and I can find homes for some of my things. Like I was mentioning, I have Depression era glass. Hang on. So this is my Fire King Depression era pie plate. This is from the Philby line. It is called Sapphire Blue because it has a slight bluish color. And I would do this as a $5 random pull. If you are interested, I could just run that now and see what happens. Bloop. Okay. Again, this is Fire King. This was created between 1937 and 1938. So yeah, and you can see it has the Fire King branding right there. And look at this beautiful design. I love just the artistry, and you can certainly feel the design on the back, and yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at it anyways. I appreciate you popping in. Yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff listed in the bin, as well as some random pulls. And most of my stuff is going to be ceramic, glass, porcelain, pottery, that sort of thing. I do have some salt and pepper shakers, but they are more modern. I think they were created in the like early 2000s. So, still like 15 to 20 years old, but um, certainly not, I wouldn't use the word vintage with it quite yet. Um, yeah. Anyways, if you are interested in salt and pepper shakers, in vintage glassware or pottery, just let me know. Um, I also have some home and garden. Oh, geez. Here, I can pin that. Some home and garden. Okay, product. And okay, so I can just start the auction for these. Okay, so these are wall decor sets. And this one is a candle sconce. So you can see here it has two glass candle holders. And then it's sort of this metal flower heart design. And then this one has one candle sconce. And so I have both of this set going for $10. Again, it's a home and garden brand. Yeah. So if you're interested, that is available. I also have a set of home and garden. That is this one. And this one has like little glittery sunflowers, and then the butterflies and vines. And then here's the second one here. Yeah. So if you're interested in this, I will run this set. Again, this is a home and garden. Yeah. There we go. So if you're interested in that, and I love the just spring vibes, right? It is like the polar north right now where I live. We got so much snow and it is so cold. It was like below zero yesterday. And so just having spring things around just brings me happiness. And so if you want to bring a little spring to your home, I do have these gorgeous little friends available. So yeah, again, these are a home and garden set. So yeah. Awesome. Well, the chat has been very, very quiet, and I have shown many things. So I think I'm going to wrap up the show for today, and maybe I'll try again later. Who knows? But now I am very tired. So you all have a great day. Thanks for popping in.